Nick Rudder from McKee's37.com. I'm excited to introduce the all-new, updated 24-volt cordless Flex PE rotary polisher. Flex, they're a German tool company. They've been around about 100 years. They're well known in the detailing industry for manufacturing the most robust line of car polishers. These tools are built to last. You can use them, abuse them, and they keep coming back for more. So the big news in the detailing industry is that Flex has moved from a 18-volt cordless architecture to an all-new 24-volt cordless architecture. So they've updated the XCE, the XFE, and now the PE polisher. Besides the 24-volt system, which gives you more power, believe it or not, which these tools were never lacking in power, it also gives you longer battery life. And beyond that, you can see the new color scheme. No longer do they have the black and red, but they have the more modern black and gray. First impressions is ergonomics are phenomenal. And every inch of the tool that your hand will touch at some point or another has this really high quality molded non-slip rubber material. I can tell you that Flex spent a tremendous amount of time in the field working with high volume detail shops, guys that use these tools every single day to feed their families. And they said, guys, what can we do better? And clearly they took all feedback into consideration because the design is absolutely phenomenal. Quality, Flex, they're known for that. I mean, this thing feels like I could drag it behind a semi-truck from Florida to New York and it would still work, which it likely would, but don't try that at home. And then also, the tool, variable speed right here. It's a real satisfying click. And then the trigger is variable speed, and you can also lock it into place. And what I especially love is these batteries. They have the same non-slip rubber material on there as well. So that's a great design because a lot of times when you're using these tools, you end up holding it like this after you've locked your trigger in place, depending on what it is that you're polishing. So this is the PE. It's a rotary polisher, and you might be asking, well, where does that fit in? So Flex makes dual action polishers, which the pad rotates and oscillates, also known as random orbital, and then they make the rotary polisher. And the rotary polisher, it spins in one direction. The rotary polisher is best used by professionals that have a lot of experience. The dual action polishers are very safe. You don't have to worry about instilling any swirl marks or burning through the paint. With the rotary or circular polisher, for you old school guys, if used in the wrong hands, someone of very little experience, you can burn through the paint, cause holograms, swirl marks, all that kind of stuff. So the PE is a phenomenal machine for seasoned professionals. If you're a body shop guy, if you're a boat detailer, when you're working like this for 10 hours a day, your back and your shoulders will love it because it's not going to wear you out. Your chiropractor and your physical therapist will not like it because it's going to earn them less business. But for the wear and tear in your body, that alone makes these worth the investment. And also, a 5-year warranty, which to me is a moot point, no big deal, because these tools never break anyway. So 5-year warranty, 10-year warranty, whatever, they're awesome tools, great quality. I've been selling Flex tools for almost 15 years. I've toured the factory in Germany twice. Folks, these tools are built to last. The factory warranty doesn't matter to me, but for peace of mind, you get 5 years. That's great. It includes 2 different size backing plates, which is the first. You get a 6-inch, which works extremely well for our 6 3/4-inch red line foam pads. And then of course, 7.5-inch twisted wool pad. Whatever your favorite pad is, that's 6 inches or larger. And then a 5-inch plate for 5 3/4-inch pads or 5.5-inch pads. Great design. Even the backing plate quality is top notch. They didn't skimp on any detail. So 2 batteries, a charger. There's an indicator on the battery. You hit this button, tells you how much juice you have left. Real nice LED indicator. And I think I've been talking enough. I have a just absolutely trashed Volkswagen Jetta that I'm going to showcase this tool on. So I'll see you at part 2. And we're back. So I'm working on the trunk lid of a 2006 Volkswagen Jetta. And as you can see from this overview, it's in pretty rough shape. This is not going to be a show car. Perfect paint correction is not the goal with this. It's simply to demonstrate how this tool works. So I have it set up with the 6-inch backing plate with a 6-inch wool pad, and I've got some McKee's 37 Beast compound. Awesome formula, very easy to use. And when you are using a rotary polisher, it's a great practice to pick up your bead. And the way this works is if you look at this backing plate like it's a clock, you got 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, etc. You want to pick your bead up at 10 o'clock. So when you pick it up at 10 o'clock, it pulls it into the pad and it just makes it much easier to use. So got a brand new wool pad. This paint is relatively dry, so I want to make sure I have an ample amount of compound. And again, variable speed right here. And what's nice is for this correction, I want to be on speed 3, which is 1050 RPM. I can put it on speed 3, but I can be very gentle with the trigger right here, be really low before dialing it up. So when I pick up my bead, I can be at a lower speed, just like this. And if you do it correctly, you won't splatter all over the place. And then real quickly, I spread it out, and I got speed 3 set up. I'm going to lock it in place and get to work. When you're using a rotary polisher, it's important that you keep the machine moving. You do not want to stop and get distracted holding it in one spot, otherwise you can burn through the paint. Awesome tool. When you're working on really dry paint with a brand new wool pad, it's going to be a little bit grabby at first. That's normal. So I worked that section of the trunk, and like I mentioned, you got these rubber feet, which is really nice, and on here as well. Granted, if this were a brand new Ferrari, I would not be setting the tool on it. This is a 2006 Volkswagen that's beat up. Tip for wiping off compound, especially on dry paint. Fold your towel 4 ways and take short, firm strokes. Now, the Beast compound wipes off relatively easy, which is one of the many reasons I like it. A lot of compounds, especially on old, dry, brittle paint, are extremely difficult to wipe off. That's not the case with this. And the paint looks significantly better. However, again, this is not designed to be a show car finish. This is a big picture, features and highlights of this tool, and that's it. Obviously, I use the rotary here. I've got some holograms. I'm going to finish the next video by showcasing the Flex XFE. I'll put a link to that in the description below. And if you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, click subscribe. And if you're in the market for a Flex power tool, please visit McKee's37.com. Take care, and God bless.